face the home team, taking on the Chicago Bears.
From the oldest capital city in the Americas, founded in 1325, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Mexico City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Chicago Bears and our home team. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Saints team as they enter play. They come in playing pretty well, 6-3 in their last 9 games.
And last week they put together a 3-touchdown victory and were never challenged in that game. Let's see if they have a little bit of a letdown here.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Bears, they come in playing some decent football, 5-3 in their last 8 games.
And they looked awfully good last week and came away with a 2-touchdown victory. They did have a few reasons for concern defensively, but all in all, they'll take a repeat here if they could get it.
Season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by the man running the show, Charles, their quarterback.
And I thought in last week's game, he found a way to win, like a good pitcher, without his best stuff. I mean, he did throw 2 interceptions, offset by 1 touchdown pass. Not the ratio, not the numbers you're really looking for as a QB. But finding a way to win, that's all that really matters.
5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. A look at the numbers for Harrison last week's game. 24 carries, 100 yards on the nose, and a score.
And he's hoping to have the same type of game, but he's going up against the #1 defense in the league, and they're very good at fitting the run. So now you've got to think offensive strategy, maybe a little more play action, and try and find some people open downfield.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Parker from the gun on third down. And that will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
This is taken at the 15. It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Down. That run will get him 7 up to the 32-yard line.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you know, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
Right back to him on first down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
And a give this time to the tailback. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. He was calling a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
On the pickup. 2nd and 6.
They'll set up a throw. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 17-yard line. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
Less than a minute to go here in a scoreless first quarter to this point. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the Bears' 13-yard line.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
That's the end of the first quarter with no score.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. Just a gain of a yard, but it's going to set him up with a 1st and goal. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. Escape, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Takk McKinley in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
Well, that's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And this one is right through. And the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away, Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Parker. Open man is Kmet, the tight end. And he'll be taken down by the face mask, it appeared. And yes, out come the flags.
Defense.
So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march up another 15 against your squad.
A run with Harris out of the shotgun. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Parker. Harris has it over the middle. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at 148-yard line and ended at the other.
It's 3rd down.
Back to throw. Parker. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Touchdown, Chicago! A big play there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Bears have taken the lead. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence is right there.
And the numbers here don't lie. According to the Next Gen stats, he topped out at an even 22 miles an hour. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
2nd and 11. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. Call it a loss of 6 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Brandon, how about that reaction there from a defensive end? Able to recognize the screen pass trying to happen. Broke off his pass rush. And then get back to tackle the running back. That's a very athletic. And
now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
On the NFL scoreboard, an update from up in Seattle. And early on, the driver's seat belongs to the Seahawks. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. Parker now on 1st down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, that was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
Here's Parker. Going to throw again. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Now Parker to throw on third down. That's going to be caught. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Laviska Shenault, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bears will add on to their lead. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set to take over once again. Out comes the Saints offense. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Forced out to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Flush to his right. Then he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. And he's going to go down again. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
It's now 3rd down.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. So we reach halftime with a bit. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. This will make it into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Get a little closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Steps away to his left. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find him at the wide receiver position, and that was special there.
And I'll tell you what a bird's eye view I've got here, because that was absolutely something else to watch. Not a lot of wiggle in that. That was catch it and go, and he used those wheels of his to absolute devastating effect.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. The throw over the middle, taken in. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 26. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. They'll look to throw now on first down. To the right side here, complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Back to throw again. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down. Sacked at the 10. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line has had.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. It's their quarterback with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Saints have cut it back within a score.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive, because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
And he'll get into the end zone as a 2-point conversion is successful. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. They'll pass there over the middle to start things out. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
To throw is Parker. Looking to throw on second down. play there. His 4th touchdown on the year as the Bears push further out in front.
The CD, I mean, there are touchdown runs and then there are touchdown runs, and that one certainly fell into the latter category. And that deserves a couple exclamation points.
And this is a play defensively where you're just looking around and saying, what was that? What just happened? You're looking at your teammates, they're looking at you. And let's face it, your defensive coordinator, he's not going to tip his cap to him. That's not how football works. But he probably should have after that run. That was absolutely sensational.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats.
Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. When that field position after the return wasn't terrific, it's not a great starting field position as well.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Back to throw now on first down. Wide open receiver complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup. It certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find answers, and they've got to find them quick.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. They'll look to throw here on first down. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Now, meanwhile, a final play here is incomplete, and that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter of play.
The score, Bears 21.
The Saints on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. It's caught inside the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints are back within a score.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone.
Fields in the middle of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field.
Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. And they'll begin by running the option.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
The Bears on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. From the gun, Parker. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. On second down, it's Harris. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up a key third down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key third down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. It's a 7-yard gain and good enough to move the chains. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Let's face it, that's just a helpless feeling for a running back there. He's looking up to find a hole, and all he finds is a whole lot of ticked-off linebacker.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
So 2 third down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. Out is Mexico City now to go on offense. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Dancing to his left. And this one is incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball has been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Throwing again here on 2nd down, this time complete. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Brings up 3rd down.
They'll run the option on 3rd and short.
Get it to the 33, good enough for a first down. It's a gain of 4 there. It gives them a new set of downs. They gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play, and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
And that'll be incomplete.
Pass interference.
We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
They're going to look to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
Doing with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. They've allowed them to disrupt the play.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. And now a pass dumped off to his running back. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. The Saints in the hurry up here. Clock continuing to roll. Back to throw.
41-yard line.
And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point you have to have a splash play in there as well.
A throw on the quick slant going to be complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
2nd and 3. At the Bears, 31.
Buying time to his left. He'll run it. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. He's back to throw. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds.
How many people are watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
What looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end the ball game. It's been a frustrating one for you.
We'll see if they go back to base. And no, they can't connect on the pass. So that gets the clock down to 11. Time for probably 2 more plays. Got to go quickly, though. Throwing left side, it's complete. Now they do indeed get the timeout, so all is not lost. They'll have a chance for one final heave to the end zone. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, Charles, this one's going to be hard to digest. You take the lead into the 4th